Welcome, IoT Happy
Hey!
Hour.
All right, Mark, we are back. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah,
Let's see.
we
Are you
needed to
sure we're
recharge some
live?
batteries.
Oh, yeah. I think we are actually live. Good job. All right. Yeah, you
We on
recharged your
time or?
batteries. No, I don't think we're on time. I think we're a minute or two late, which is actually a dramatic improvement because we're typically running 4 to 5 minutes late. So this is pretty good. All right.
We need to install the Nico's application on having like a GPS time.
Yeah. I think we need to get a little better on that. We'll keep working on it. Well, Mark, I am glad to be back. It's IoT Happy Hour number 64, which is amazing just to think about. And kicking off after holidays. I don't know if we're going to relabel these or not, but essentially this is our third season of doing IoT Happy Hour.
Season 3.
Yes. So we may need to go back to the YouTube playlist and relabel the previous ones. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work at this point. 63 previous episodes, but excited to be back. And today we will go through quite a few updates, actually. You know, we've had, 3 weeks off, and we move fast, so a lot has changed in that time.
Exactly. I was on holidays, and a lot of things changed from balena cloud to forums.
Yeah. Well, I'll get you up to date now.
Please.
You are joining from where? Are you still on holiday?
Still on
are you
holidays.
In the mountains?
Exactly.
You're out camping somewhere in Las Montañas or what?
Exactly. I'm in the montañas with my balena etcher to try to see if anyone tell me, hey, this is a t-shirt from Etcher, but still still couldn't find anyone just catching me with balena etcher t-shirt yet.
All right. Yeah.
This is the challenge.
It'll happen. That's okay. All right. Well, I'm also a little concerned if you're in Las Montañas that your Wi-Fi might cut out at any moment. So if you freeze up or die, no worries. I will just keep on talking.
And if we both disappear, don't worry, keep chatting.
Yeah. Well,
good to have Nico here. I showed JR.
Yeah, welcome, guys. Nico was already saying that we're going to be 10 minutes late. We did better than that. Get out of here. All right. Well, let's get going then, because I am a little concerned that your Wi-Fi might die out on you. So let's jump into this. First things first, should we do hiring first, or should we do what's on your desk first? Well, do you even have a desk? Do you even have a desk? You're in the mountains.
I only have these.
Is that, wait a minute, hold that back up. I might know that guy. Is that Paw Patrol?
No. This is from the lady.
Lady of the tray. Yeah. I was close. Same thing. All right. Well, don't worry. I've got us covered for what's on your desk. But
awesome.
Let's.
Are we still hiring after summer? We didn't hire all the people.
No, not yet. There's still some openings.
Cool.
So
show me.
We'll start there. Let's kick it off with that. All right. Bring up. Sharing.
Just to confirm, it's not the lady. So this is the lady, and this is.
They look the same to me. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, of course. There's his mother and children, right?
Well,
that's another story.
Yeah. All right. Let's try that. Let's come over here and see what's on the list today. All right. So we haven't done an episode in a while. So I see 3 new postings that we haven't covered previously. Looks like we have analytics engineer. So that would be a data scientist role that helps us analyze what's happening on the platform, what customers are building what their growth rates look like, sort of helping us figure out what's going on and where we should be aiming. Visual and UI designer, that's a graphic artist role. So if you are into UI, that translates over to UX as well, of course, because the mock-ups and things have to, of course, make sure that people can figure out how to use the platform and the products. And there's some other tidbits in there, some artwork that goes along with social media and things like that as well. And people lead. I haven't read up on this one, so we better take a quick peek to kind of figure out. So work closely with the people team and other cross-functional, including engineers. Let's see here. Compensation calculator, career development pathways, mentorship programs. Yep.
I think one day we should talk about product building as well here on IoT Happy Hour, to tell to people how we work.
Probably a good idea. So if you're in the people operations world and looking for something, give us a shout. Still posted from previously. These are ongoing posts. Our technical sales, which is our customer success team, EMEA and Americas. Site reliability engineer, SRE, so infrastructure and maintaining the back end that keeps Balena Cloud running, both EMEA and Americas. And of course, design your own role. Tell us what skills you bring to the table.
I suggested to people this summer to apply as design your own role.
Good, very good.
Yeah, I think this is the way to apply now.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you're an analytics engineer.
Yeah. If you are an analytics engineer, just use the analytics engineer posting or UI UX or people lead. Okay, and there's the link. Ion is saying the summer recap sounds like back to school. You know what? That's not too far off, Ion. Not too far off. All right. So let's come back out from that and we'll get into what's on your desk. Now, you've already given us a sneak preview of what's on yours over there. You have some stuffed animals. I don't even think you have a desk. I think you just brought them to the campground. But I've got a few tidbits and items I can show off. So let's do this.
Show me.
I sure will.
I'm sure that you have surprises for this season 3.
You know what? I have some surprises, but there's one or two that I'm not quite ready to share yet. But that's okay. I have Blurry Cam hooked up. He's ready to go. He's looking extra blurry today. I tried him out earlier.
Let's see how he does. To Blurry Cam? Is he or she or he?
I don't know. We have coffee.
What is this? This is kombucha.
That's my coffee. Oh, it's early here still. It's early.
What do you have? A LoRa Note?
All right. Yeah. My first ever LoRa. Well, not really my first
After
ever,
2 seasons, I converted you into a LoRa guy.
Finally convinced me to purchase.
Wait a sec. I will zoom.
Yeah, zoom me. Thank you. All right. Now, Joseph, if you're watching, avert your eyes. But this is about the cheapest I could find LoRa.
On AliExpress, right?
You're right. Now, on AliExpress, it was actually cheaper. Man, I can't hold this thing steady. Yeah, it was a few dollars cheaper on AliExpress. This is the Heltec. Come on, Blurry Cam. Come on.
No.
We had it for a minute. There. Here he goes. All right. So this is the Heltec Cube Cell. Nico apparently has used one before. I was able to find it on AliExpress for a couple of dollars cheaper, but I ended up going with Amazon because it would arrive in 2 days instead of 2 months. And this is a endpoint, so you still need a LoRa gateway, a concentrator, of course.
Oh no! Did you have a LoRa content
No, I did not.
Gateway?
No, I did not. In fact, I just remembered I did show this off at some point because I had.
Oh yeah.
This was the previous This was my only other LoRa device. This one was a couple of years old. Come on, blurry cam. And this
is
was
the Nucleo, right?
This is the Nucleo. Yeah, this is the Nucleo.
This is an STM32 or?
Yes, STM32. And I wanted to sell it for parts because the STM32s are worth their weight in gold right now. I heard there's a shortage of chips out there. So I dug it out. I forgot that I even had it. This Nucleo has the Semtech LoRa hat on it, and then a Grove connector with a little temperature sensor on it. Awesome. And I used it years ago. This one was from 2018 or 2019. I don't know how to program it, though. Well, not program it properly. So I had to do a little shopping and went out and got the Cube Cell. So the Cube Cell is here. Now it's time for a...
Well, it's time to solder the pins.
We're not doing any soldering.
Live.
No,
Maybe we have to do a poll on the
some
chat.
glue. We can use electrical tape, that black electrical tape. We could use that.
But do you still have them, or you just put them into the garbage?
The pins? No, I throw those away immediately. No. There's no need for pins. I've got a couple of Adafruit parts as well.
Oh, what's that?
This is a pressure
sensor.
Yeah, I have not.
Well, first of all, sorry. We have a question from Mayan.
What is he asking?
That is asking that he loves your cheat sheet from your mousepad. Can you show it?
Oh, my GitHub cheat sheet? Well,
I would have need that with the PR.
Yeah. This is my GitHub mousepad. And yes, that's exactly it.
Don't be afraid to comment.
This is my mouse pad. That is correct. I am not a good Git user, so I keep my notes. I keep my notes right here with me. So I just refer to my mouse pad.
The resolve branch. The resolve branch.
Yeah.
This is too short, I guess.
all PRs come right from here. That's how. Good. Yeah. So that's how my PRs get pushed up. All right. So the Adafruit pressure sensor is going to be used in a project. I don't know if we'll share exactly which project that is going to be yet, because, well, I don't know, Mark, you tell me, because we will definitely devote an episode to it in the future. So we could keep it as a surprise, or we could just simply say, what it is, and then certainly have them on in the future. What do you think? Should we divulge?
Maybe we can leave the people in the chat to discover what it is.
Yeah, let them guess.
You're telling too many things right now, but now it's okay.
Well, let them figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they will figure it out. Yeah. We can explain what it is in a few minutes when we go to balena, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
Nico knows. This is a CO2 sensor, he says. What do you think?
Yes, it is. This is a CO2 sensor, and we'll show you why we have it in just a few minutes.
Actually, I have the same on my desk. Not right now.
You don't have a desk right now, but yeah. And then last bit, Nico knows all about these.
Exactly. This is a GPS, right?
Yeah, this is GPS right here. Yep, GPS sensor. And I'll use some glue to get this connected up. Blurry cam is extra blurry today.
So Nico is asking, is this for some room health air check?
It sure is. It sure is.
For a rocket air quality, right?
It is not for a rocket.
Project.
No, it is not for a rocket. Switch my camera back now just so I can see what's going on. Actually, I tried to purchase a rocket from Nico. What episode number was the? Yeah, previous episodes. He wouldn't take the bait though.
Check on the YouTube episode, subscribe, ring the bell, and then you will see how David
exactly. All right, so let's do this. We need to go to the hub.
Yeah, let's go to hub and show people why do we have these sensors.
Share screen. Bring it back to Balena Hub, and here we go. Now we need to find the project. Here it is, this one right here, the Ribbit Network. By an amazing community member, Keenan Johnson, who is building a project that will essentially allow folks to deploy air quality CO2 greenhouse gas monitoring devices. All they'll have to do is, well, you can build it yourself through the bill of materials, which is what Mark and I are going to do, build our own and then deploy it straight from Hub. Or I think there will be, for folks that don't want to build their own, pre-assembled, ready-made ones that he'll ship out as well. Yeah, but it is a frog. It's called a frog sensor. And you can see here, it's a small open source box that measures the amount of CO2 in the air using a tiny laser. Okay, so that's really cool. So we have the parts here. We're going to build our own. But the goal then is going to be to build up a massive fleet of these devices, literally all around the world. And they will all feed their data into a dashboard that Keenan is building out. Don't know that he has that published. Oh, wait, maybe. This might be new. View live data. Yeah. So still a work in progress. We will devote a full episode to this.
But click on the point there on Seattle, maybe. Click here.
I'm clicking.
Okay, and then on the select, happened something, or sensor one?
Yeah, so it's not fully... Oh, here it comes.
Oh, yes.
Whoa,
yeah,
there's his data.
Just count till 10.
So you just give it a moment. But anyways, then the point is that all of these will eventually feed into this dashboard, and he'll be able to essentially show CO2 greenhouse gas emissions at various points around the world. And it's just a one-click deployment as far as the software is concerned from the hub. Yeah, really, really neat. So we'll get ours built and online, and we'll have Keenan on.
So did you get your iron solder?
Solder? I don't need a soldering iron. Why would I need that? I'll use
tape.
Tape.
You're gonna connect the CO2 sensor with the Pi?
Glue. How else would you connect?
Yeah, maybe that's a good business. Conductive glue.
Conductive glue. Is that a thing? Can I staple, tape, string, tie it to it? I don't know, but I'm not soldering. So
we will make David to solder line.
No way. I did take a stab at soldering. I'll show off in a few minutes some soldering skills. Actually, you know what? I might not be able to. We'll take a look at it anyway, though. Okay. So that's what's on my desk.
This was amazing.
That was a good one today, huh?
Well, this is a really cool project
to
play around in the next weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. So anyone, I haven't been scanning the comments, but anyone else who builds these, let us know. Certainly we want to see them. Like I said, Keenan will be on in the future. We will make sure that we get him in here to talk about the project, give the backstory. He has some interesting background work that he has done in the past as well. And of course, just, if you build this, let us know.
It's funny how all these air quality projects have funny shapes. I remember on Kickstarter, I just got this air quality egg So it was like an egg and with some LEDs and it was changing the color. And this is super beautiful as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There it is. There's a finished one right there. All right. Well, let's get into some updates. Happened? Yeah, I was just going to say, Mark, you've missed quite a bit. So let's kick it off with a really important and really cool update to the Balena Cloud product. This is a big one. And you can see it right here on screen that we have renamed Balena Cloud applications to fleets. And there's a couple of reasons for this, and we'll go through and kind of show it off. But this blog post right here, I'll drop this into chat and put it on screen. Okay, there goes into chat, and let's get it onto screen as well. All right. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Well, I guess it's kind of lengthy, but just grab the link.
Why are we transitioning from apps to fleets? Tell me more.
Yes. The reason here is this. The naming convention of applications was a little bit confusing. There's a couple of pieces at play here. When you create a Balena Cloud, we'll call it now a fleet. When you create a fleet, you add devices to it. You add 5, 50, 500, 5,000 Raspberry Pis, Jetsons, BeagleBones, 50,000, Verisite, Toradex, whatever hardware you're using. Okay, you add all of your devices to your Balena Cloud dashboard, and you build your fleet of devices. You ship them around the world. You install them into their end destination, whether that's a factory, whether that's the top canopy of the jungle. It doesn't matter. The point is you've got your 5,000 or 50,000 devices out there in the world, and that is your fleet of devices. You, as a developer, build an application. Maybe it's 1 container, maybe it's 2 containers, maybe it's 10 containers, maybe it's microservices. That's up to you. You, as the developer, build software, an application, and you push that application onto those thousands of devices. So it didn't really make a whole lot of sense that we were calling that thing that held all of your devices an application.
Yeah.
That's actually really a fleet. So the terminology here is a big improvement. And now you can call an application exactly what it is. It's what you as a developer are building. You build your application and you push it to your fleet. That just makes more sense. It was a real point of confusion for newcomers. Okay, after you're a Balena customer, or you don't even have to be a customer, you could be a free user, and you've been using the product for a while. People got used to it. Developers figured it out. They got used to it. But newcomers, when they would get introduced to Balena Cloud, they didn't quite understand what was an application. And we, especially in support, we would see it in the forums. It was hard to use the right wording and verbiage to basically describe, well, you as a developer are building an application inside of your container, and then you're going to push it to your fleet of devices. But we don't call it a fleet of devices. We call it an application. So,
exactly.
It was kind of...
Or maybe, you wanted to merge 2 applications like Balena Sound and Pi-hole together, and 2 applications in 1 application.
Exactly. So you can see here in this little image, it's pretty simple in that it's just a renaming, but it makes a lot of sense. A fleet is made up of devices. A fleet is made up of releases. Those are the versions that you have pushed to it. You can assign variables to your fleet configuration, settings, and membership. So it's, I mean, it's not a big change in that all we did was rename it. It's just a different word, but it is a big change in that it's very important. And there are a couple of bits and pieces to make note of throughout the dashboard, throughout the CLI, and throughout the SDK and API, because terminology changes there as well. You know, it used to be balena push application name. Now it's balena push fleet name, or, you know, in your API calls or CLI stuff, you know, you have different, you may have to update some of your scripts if you have some automation in place. So it's very big and important, even though it's just the change of one word. So, and if you don't like it, good news, you can blame Chris.
Exactly. Feel free to add your comment there.
Yeah,
and
you
blame
can add
Chris.
your comments and your feedback.
I don't know what it's going to blame, because that's completely no-brainer change.
Yeah. So that's a big one.
And actually, it fits a lot on the Balena Hub philosophy as well, right? That we have the open fleets.
Yes, right? Exactly. In Hub, we had already begun to use the term open fleets, sort of like we just described, where with Keenan's project, or any of the projects, remember, end users, individuals out there in the world can just click the button and deploy that to their local hardware, and they will run the same software and be a part of the fleet that the owner has established. In the case of something like this greenhouse sensor, that's perfect. I don't want to go and build and code my own CO2, call it application. I don't want to build that. I'm just going to use Keenan's ready to run application. So belong in his fleet. Exactly. So it's important then to bring parity, equality from Hub to Balena Cloud.
Super cool, this change.
Yeah,
good job.
That is a big one. So check out that.
So you make like a hackathon, an internal hackathon to change names.
Yeah, we actually did. You missed it. You were en las montañas, but we had a whole day of the team, essentially exactly that, hacking on all the bits and pieces. That includes the UI UX, that includes the CLI, the SDK, and a big effort on our documentation. Thank you, Vipul, for driving the docs update effort. Everybody chipped in, grab a doc, grab 2 docs, and scan through it. And wherever we use the word application, swap that out to fleets. Well, actually, it was a good exercise in reviewing and revising the docs, because there are, remember what I said about the terminology, there were, sentences are, when you're developing your application, well, that truly meant your application, your software stack on your laptop that you were then going to push to the Balena Cloud application, which is now Fleet. So part of that sentence would get renamed, but the first part of it, the word application in that context, was in fact valid. So, so it was a good opportunity to review literally every single document. All right. Anything else on that one, Mark? Did I get you up to date?
Nice work.
All right.
That I missed.
that you missed. That's okay. We'll make you pay back in the future. That's all right. Now here up next, I'll give everyone an update on Balena blocks. We've talked about these in the past. We have done several different episodes covering Balena blocks. There was a general episode on what they are. There was an episode devoted to Balena Sense, which was making use of them. I think we've covered the connector block as well, if I recall, because we had Phil show us a demonstration of how to grab data and pipe it into browser and Grafana. So I know that we
use the connector, the InfluxDB block, and we use the dashboard. The Grafana block.
Grafana block, yeah, the MQTT to Telegraph to Grafana, yes. But we now have a tutorial. Let's grab this link, drop this into chat.
Don't read the chat.
Oh no.
Keep talking.
I haven't been looking. Oh no. What did I? Oh no. Oh no. What is this? All right, I'm gonna catch up on those in a moment. I'm way behind on chat. I've been talking, but over on the blog, we have a how-to now, a tutorial on how to make your own block, which was something that we had gotten some questions on in the past because we demonstrated, like I said, the balena Sense using blocks, the connector and Grafana, and we talked about what they are, but we didn't really go into detail about how to make your own. We kind of talked about it, but not in detail, and we certainly didn't have any documentation on it. So here is a tutorial, a guide on how to go about creating your own. So, you know, like we've talked about in the past, what should become a block, basically a small bit of functionality, not what we would consider to be a full container, a full application. But like you see right here, would it do anything useful? Go ahead.
Exactly. Go ahead. Something that alone doesn't have like a complete functionality, but it's very useful for other projects too. Like Telegraph, this is really interesting, because Telegraph alone doesn't make anything, right? But Telegraph with sensors, getting data from sensors and then pushing the data somewhere else, it makes a lot of sense and it helps a lot and reduce time to developing. So we're going to see, I hope, this season 3, a lot of new blocks coming here.
Yep, I'm hoping so. And so, we've got a little bit of sample here, and then we get into how to contribute, which is essentially, let's do this. Over here in Hub, you can go to blocks and just click on submit a block, and then it'll go through the steps to fill it out and send it on over to us for review. Hopefully that gets automated in the future. Right now, you can publish a fleet automatically without having to go through any steps that require manual intervention from our side. Blocks do require manual intervention still at the moment, but this is a good chance actually while I'm here to take a look at what.
Just fill the submit a block, and I will speak with you.
Yep, it's going to come to you. So you can see net data block is in here. There's dashboard and connector, FBCP. Browser block, host name block, audio, Wi-Fi connect. Yeah, so you can kind of look at these and you can see by themselves, they are not full applications, but they're bits and pieces of functionality. And so that's the premise for blocks. So there you go. And
awesome. This is a very good job, Phil.
Yeah, indeed.
This was much needed for the community.
Yep.
So, good job, Phil.
Unlike blaming Chris, this one we can say congratulations, thank you, Phil. All right. Next up,
more things happen.
There's more.
Meanwhile, I was on holidays.
You've been going for a while. Hey, there's a lot happening around here. Next up, we launched a show and tell category in the forums.
Wow.
And this is a lot of fun.
Projects already?
Yeah, this is a lot of fun because folks are filling this up with all kinds of interesting projects. Even yours truly is in here. Mine's
Wow.
mine's not too interesting yet, but it will be later. And that's actually one of the things I wanted to then talk about is there's all kinds of super cool projects that have started to fill up this category. So here's one.
Show me some of them.
Smart standing desk, outdoor classroom, wireless alternative controller game. I happen to know that that's from a balenista, and we'll probably do a deeper dive on that one in the future. But let's take a quick glance. We know that we've seen this get used in the past. Magic mirror. Have you ever seen these magic mirror projects? There's the picture of it.
Wow,
right there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that thing is really cool. And this post was a couple years old, actually, July 2019. But Alan went ahead and updated it. I think something about it had stopped working at some point on just one of the dependencies was failing. But he used the browser block and has gotten Magic Mirror to work. So a great use of a block there. So Magic Mirror is in here. There's a really cool.
I need one of that at home.
Yeah, I need one of those too. Let me find. Hey, it looks like Nico's in here talking about some LoRaWAN, and his
adventures.
His is an interesting one. Nico, what you've done here is essentially documented out your thought process and hardware selection going into this project. But this project is not actually fully built and completed yet. So this is a build log. That's actually really valuable for folks to come and figure out how you've come to your conclusions, why you have made the decisions you've made, the hardware selections that you've gone with. Is that an AliExpress link? I could have that probably by Christmas if I order now. Yeah, if I order now, I'll get it by Christmas. Yeah.
No, but that's really cool because sometimes you want to start a project and you don't know, like, what should I buy? Should I buy this one, the other one? And I think Nico here explained all the bits and pieces and that's all his rationales.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's a work.
It's a work in progress, as raw as it gets. But that's great. That's actually extremely valuable.
You are telling at the moment, but I'm sure that you are going to show very soon.
Right. So, he'll reach a point, Nico, you'll get to a point where you have something built as a prototype and then continue on and iterate from there. So it's
and we have to see LoRaWAN and balena gateways on rockets.
Yeah, we sure do. Christian from the team. Let me scroll up.
We had Christian in the last Intel Open Bino episode, if you remember. I don't know, maybe it was a 60 episode.
60 or 61, around then. Christian is working on building a little rover based on balena and using a Jetson Nano. We've done some exploration we've certainly done exploration of Jetson Nanos and AI in the past, probably several times already. We've done some light exploration of robotics when we did the episode on using ROS, but Christian is truly developing and building a small tanked rover on balena, and he also has started off with his hardware selection here and his thought process and what are the components that are needed. So here's, LiDAR.
This is pretty similar as Nico's.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep. Gyroscope, accelerometer. Here's a bill of materials.
Soldering.
I don't see any soldering iron on here. Nope. No soldering iron on there. So I can just build one with glue and tape. All right. So here's a prototype of what he has in mind. And there's some community input, community builds as well. And Christian then goes on to start thinking about CAD. He's got some blueprints drawn up.
Super cool.
Some inspiration. That one right there is the NVIDIA official project, the
cool.
JetBot. That's a JetBot there.
What are the antennas? Wi-Fi and Bluetooth?
Yes, Wi-Fi. I don't know Bluetooth. Definitely
Wi-Fi 2.4 and Wi-Fi 5? Or?
Yeah, like most likely it must be dual channel.
What's that? The TurtleBot?
This is some more inspiration. A TurtleBot. A TurtleBot is another of the official ROS Open Robotics implementations. A TurtleBot can be done in simulation or in physical. In simulation, you can actually already run from the ROS demo that we showed a couple of episodes back. I have, obviously with a lot of help from existing repositories, I've integrated the TurtleBot simulator into one of the balena -ROS sample application.
Looks like the Death Star from
Star Wars. So here's some more design phase that he's going through. He's got some 3D mock-ups. And then he gets to a point where he actually iterates. And he goes, taking a step back, confession time, So now he's iterated and switched from that single wheel version with there's like a ball caster that holds the thing upright on its 2 drive wheels, but he was having some trouble with that, and he's gone to a tanked, treaded implementation.
Super
which
cool. Where do you buy these?
That I think. Well, hold on a minute. That's why I moved to a track design based on this Palalu kit. There it is, a track set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's an off-the-shelf part. He updated the bill of materials. It's not super expensive, $15 US.
And I learned today how to call that tracks.
Yeah, tracks, treads. What would you call them in Espanol? What would you call it? Tank?
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would say.
So he's still prototyping. I think he might be soldering, so I'm obviously out.
Yeah, he was using fletches still.
Yeah.
So not a lot of soldering.
But it's it's in progress.
Nice.
It's underway. It's taking shape.
Looks
He's still
beautiful.
Iterating. Of course,
We will need to invite Christian again, right?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. We'll do a deep dive devoted strictly to that project and that platform. But
what did you do on Show and Tell? Show me.
What did I do on Show and Tell?
Yeah.
Well, mine is also a work in progress. You might have seen me hacking on the NanoSaur. And
what's that?
Those are the parts. Now let me grab. Am I on? Yeah, I am on camera. Here he is.
I will do zoom. Give me a second.
Completed. So here he is.
Wow.
Built. This
with the tracks
is a NanoSaur. It is a project built by Raffaello at NVIDIA.
Nice.
We'll do an episode devoted just to this project as well. This build will have Raffaello join us. This one is not balenified yet. This is running the NVIDIA Jetpack distribution. It's battery powered. The battery, just one of those little USB banks, goes in the bottom and you hook up here. And he's got little eyes that light up. These are OLED. His camera,
cool.
His camera
is here. It's like a Pi camera.
It is a Pi camera. Yep, it's a
cool.
Pi cam. And
just with a Pi cam, it can run, or
it's not 3D stereo like a RealSense camera, but you know what? I'm not going to be able to take his tail off. Under his tail here,
What do you
You
have?
can barely see. Under his tail, though, is a little expansion board, a little PCB that fits onto the Nano's 40-pin GPIO header. The Nano GPIO is on this side of the board, and this little expansion board goes, well, you know what we'll do? Let me put him down, and we can show you. And Nico sees that there is a soldering iron there. He's right. There it is.
Nico is also asking if this is the
There it is.
gigabyte Jetson model.
That is a 2 gig model, yes.
Cool.
The way to determine, just very quickly, is that...
Did I show you?
No, there you go. The 2 gig model is powered by USB-C.
Oh, cool.
It is missing one of the USB ports, and it is missing a display port. It only has HDMI out. That's the quickest way to tell. But back on screen, you can see it here. This is the expansion board. It's got a 40-pin header, and these are all the wires that then go out.
Wow. But did you solder all of them?
I sure did. I soldered every last one of them. I soldered all of this.
So you had a fun summer.
Yeah, I did.
Renaming all the applications by fleet and soldering. That's crazy.
It's my first soldering attempt. Now I need to update my post. You can see that I'm way behind because there's the last post.
Yeah, that's correct.
And here he is now. So clearly I need to update my post.
And you only need the power bank, or did you run it already?
Power bank is here. I have it. He has booted up. I have not driven him yet. And the reason for that is I need to get he uses a wireless gamepad, like a PlayStation or Xbox controller. And you plug in, well, I don't know if they're Bluetooth. Maybe you synchronize it over Bluetooth, or maybe they take a USB wireless. I'm not sure. But anyways, you get a controller, and then you can manipulate and drive him using that. The software, it's built on ROS, and ROS has the ability to essentially take joystick input. And so that's next. So the build is complete. He powers on, but he doesn't move yet.
and what do you use as a game controller?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll have to go back and check the bill of materials for it, actually.
Looking forward to see the results.
Yeah. So progress. Similar to, here's the link to NanoSoar. There's Raphael. This is Raphaelo's site.
Nice. And this is 3D printed, or did you buy the pieces?
3D printed. Yeah. So, and it's all open source. The STL files are here. Everything you need, all of the electronics. So here it takes an Adafruit DC motor and stepper. Everything is documented. I literally just purchased straight from the bill of materials. Cool. Literally the screws, the expansion parts, the 3D part, everything is here. So it's been fun. It's not complete, but it's been a lot of fun.
Questions for David on his soldering skills. If you need any suggestions or recommendations, feel free to ask that.
It took me 2 tries. I'll admit it. The first one, it didn't come out well. All right.
What else? What else happened?
So the last thing, I'm looking at the clock. We've got 9 minutes to spare, and that should be just enough. I wanted to talk about upcoming events. We've got 3 events queued up. The first one.
I think they are very interesting for our community as well.
Yes, let's do this. Mark, you and I we've done a few events you did a few events over the past few weeks, but we've got a few coming up that I wanted to highlight quickly. October 1st, we are participating in Edge Impulse's Imagine event. That is a 3-day event. The first day, they're doing on-site, in-person, essentially.
Silicon Valley, right?
It is in Silicon Valley. They're doing, presentation style of
like before, like 2 years.
Yes. So let's go. Here we go. Keynotes. That's the word. I could not think of the word. Talks. All right. So they're doing future of endpoint AI, health innovations, the next edge. Ray Ozzie from Blues will be speaking. I see we have Kate from NVIDIA. She has done fantastic work. She's talking about next 1 billion. Then, Particle will be there. Microsoft is represented. So that's the first day. All keynotes, all talks. September 30th and October 1st are hands-on. They are workshops. They are virtual. They are not on-site. They are delivered virtually. So anyone can register and attend. And Mark, you're going to be given a session. Let's see. Yeah. Here we go. 9:30 a.m. Pacific time with Mithun.
Our friend Mithun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are iterating. Well, yeah. Mithun is iterating his bird project. So we are going to show how to be part of this bird watcher project that we are building with Balena and Edge Impulse.
Yes. Very cool. Mithun has been on several times, of course. I think you have shown off some prototypes, but you guys have been iterating while you're supposed to be on holiday, actually. And there's some good improvements there coming. So you don't want to miss that workshop. Like I said, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time on October 1st, Edge Impulse Imagine. The next one up after that is one that I deliver annually, which is Containers Over the Air. Last year, tradition at ARM Dev Summit. This is an ongoing series. I've delivered this 2 years already. Nice. This will be my third. This year, we're doing building your first edge AI device the easy way. Last year, we did Balena Sense builds. And I don't know if we're going to be doing hardware kits again this year. Last year, participants had to pay to register to this session. And that payment essentially bought them the hardware to build along. This year, the sessions are free, so I don't think that they're going to include any hardware. I think it's going to be BYOH, bring your own hardware. But if you have a Jetson Nano and a webcam, a USB webcam, those are the only two things you need. And we're going to go through a workshop, tutorial, live build. I will help attendees. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this is free,
David? So anyone can join?
It is free to register, yes. Cool. Actually, we should go back and mention that the Edge Impulse one is also free.
Exactly. I'm putting all the links on the chat.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you for grabbing those.
Yeah, people can register if they think that.
So they haven't replaced this stock photography here of zeros and ones yet. I had sent over some, it's just, standard social banner type thing. But point is, I will walk attendees through the process of deploying Open Data Cam onto a Jetson Nano with Balena Cloud. Open Data Cam was a project we highlighted very early. I want to say episode like 12 or 14, maybe even earlier than that. And
it was really cool, that episode.
Yeah. We can bring up just very, very quickly Open Data Cam. this project. And what it does, oh, no screenshot on this one. But what it does is essentially you set your nano or you set your camera at, call it a street, a road, whatever. And it will start counting, quantifying the objects that go through the frame. That could be cars, that could be trucks, that could be people, that could be bicycles. It's trained on, I want to say 70 or 80 different objects. And it starts to build up these heat map lines of the path that objects are taking. It's really, really neat.
Yeah, it's super beautiful.
Real quick. Blog post on it. Maybe the blog post has a, yeah, there it goes, detecting. And so I'm going to go through the, yep, there they are. There's the, that's what I was looking for. So I'll go through the build. If you've got a nano and a camera, just follow along with me. The last one to cover very quickly is going to be a pre-recorded talk. This one is Datadog. So if you're into logging and monitoring, and that's one of your skill sets or passions, and you happen to use Datadog, we'll have a session at Datadog Dash. I don't have the exact time of that one. It doesn't look like they have fully fleshed out their agenda yet. All we see so far are breakout sessions and Expo Hall Open, so they're still working on that. I think ours is going to be on demand because it's a pre-recorded video. I think it's literally, if you register, it'll be sort of like a library of content. I don't know that they're going to play it at any specific time, but keep your eyes peeled on that one. Certainly, as we find out more, we'll share more. So
we're going to see the Datadog blog on Balena Hub.
Hopefully, if I find the time to build it, or, you know, we could always see if they're interested in building it. But I'm going to use the IoT agent, which is their lightweight one. And I have a fleet already up and running, and we'll do some, you know, some monitoring and device health visualization.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's, I think.
Yeah, we still have 3 minutes. Maybe
we have 3 minutes.
Explain, what's next.
Well,
we explain everything that happened. Now some hype about the conferences that we think that will be really cool, and we take part of them. But what would you like to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you what.
What's coming next?
I don't see that we have 3 minutes left. I see that we're at the top of the hour, but I promised on Twitter that we might share a surprise or two. So I have to hold my word. I have to uphold my bargain. So let's do this, Mark. While you were away in Las Montañas, we have been doing some scheming over here. And actually, I think you know about this. You must have gotten the carrier pigeon. But we've been planning on doing a, let me stop the screen. All right. We've been planning on doing a virtual hackathon. And we are going to target October 16th.
That's Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
Las Montañas.
You're going to be, oh, no. All right. Well, I'll do it then. We're planning on doing a virtual hackathon. We'll use something similar, maybe GatherTown, maybe another tool, but one of those virtual worlds. There's several platforms out there, so we're still evaluating. But the point is we'll start with India Standard Time and kick off in IST, roll through to Europe and handle some UTC, British time, CET as well. And then finally wrap it up at the end of the day here in the North and South American time zones. So it'll be a long day, but it'll be a lot of fun. And we'll have, like I said, a virtual world, and developers can come in, form teams, and we're going to try our best to replicate a hackathon virtually. Now, we've done hackathons in the past in the real world when it was safe to do so, and they're a lot of fun. I don't know exactly how it's going to work virtually, but we're going to try, and we're going to find out. It should be a lot of fun. You know, some of those virtual platforms are pretty good. I wish we could be in the same room with each other. I wish we could hold it in a city and get people in for pizza and beer or beverage of their choice. But it is what it is, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that in the real world anytime too soon. So we're doing it virtually. We're going to give it a try. Once we have more details, links, we'll probably use Eventbrite to register folks. Once we have the verbiage written, obviously we will get it out there on social media. We will talk about it more on IoT Happy Hour. We'll make sure that everyone, gets the memo. Well, maybe we could put it in Etcher.Maybe it shows up in the in the splash screen there. But it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of you sitting in the tables, like virtual tables, and hanging together projects.
Yeah.
I see Nico that is mentioning that tomorrow he has a talk about Balena Hub and his project GPS Time at the Pi and Radio German conference.
Oh, nice.
Cool, Nico. Yeah,
Nico, give us send us a link. We can broadcast that out. Okay. Anything else?
I think that was very good.
Yeah. So we covered a lot of ground.
Exactly. And I think, we are hiring new positions. I don't know if you want to remember that.
Just one.
And we are very good. We will start season 3 of IoT Happy Hour with a lot of new things, as you have seen.
Yeah, you saw. I mean, we've got a lot of material, a lot of ground to cover for season 3.
And I think you still keep a secret, maybe for the next episode, a couple of...
I have one more. We'll keep it secret for next episode.
Exactly.
All right.
So don't miss next episode for next week. And have a good weekend.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.